The Chicago Bears are the scariest team in football. And I think a lot of it relies on Ben Johnson. You can tell if you watch the Detroit Lions play this season, they don't look good. Their offense looks absolutely abysmal. I mean, they lost yesterday, giving up less than 70 yards passing. They had 7 sacks, and they couldn't move the football. I don't think it's a coincidence that now that Ben Johnson's gone, this team is a lot worse, right? And then the Chicago Bears, on the other hand, were one of the worst teams in football, and now are one of the best teams in football. They are finding ways to win games. Now, oddly enough, I do want to focus on the defensive side of the ball because this defense is doing generational type of things, right? Now, I get it. You lose you lose Jordan Love in this game as the Packers, but people don't understand how difficult it is, right? You're game planning against Jordan Love the entire week, and then you have a whole new offense with Malik Willis. I mean, it's a completely new offense. So to be able to stop that as well, really cool to see. Look at this play here by Montez Sweat. Offensive line is going to be in a scat or a slide protection. They're going to combo block the interior one-on-one here with Montez. Then you get man-to-man to the top side. Running back's going to be getting out of the backfield. Look at Montez Sweat, man. He is going to initiate contact, and he's going to bulldoze this guy into the ground. I mean, that is unreal, okay? And really, in my opinion, the defense is doing some great things. They are number 1 in the NFL in creating turnovers. They do a good job getting to the quarterback, creating a little bit of pressure, and I wanted to break down the film from this game. Okay, before we dive in, let me know in the comments, do you believe Ben Johnson is one of the best coaches in football? And 2, do you think this team can win a Super Bowl? Let me know in the comments, hit the like button, turn on your post notifications, and let's dive in. Let's see if we can get over 500 likes on the video. How well they read this play fake. They're going to get a play action out of 12 personnel. You see 1 running back in the backfield. You got your 2 tight ends here to the top side. They're going to be in a full slide off here to the right. They're going to run this little rub route, I guess, where we get the tight end out in the flats. You get a stop route with Christian Watson. As that happens, you're going to see Austin Booker do such a good job containing the outside shoulder. Look how he gets outside leverage. Now what that does is force Malik Willis to get back in front or back to the middle of the field where all of the defenders are, right? We got everybody here. So Austin Booker does a great job setting the edge on this play, and now steps up in the pocket and ultimately just gets sacked here for I believe a 1-yard loss, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. But the defense, man, they played some great football in this game. Overtime, they did some really good things, clutch things, and this is one of them right here, big time play. Even in the run game, this team can be deadly. They had 26 stops in this game. According to PFF, that is like when you get a stop that's 2 yards or less, right? So you really don't allow too much space for the run game. Grady Jarrett is going to demoralize this play right here. They end up picking up 0 yards, but watch how quickly he's able to establish leverage into the backfield off the snap. Now, they initially combo block a little bit. You can see that the this guy right here is going to block and then try to get to the second level, but they give Grady Jarrett way too much space and separation, bulldozes, and then boom, makes a tackle. They pick up 0 yards on this play. Just another really good rep here by the defense. And you know, not only are they one of the best teams, or are the best team in terms of forcing interceptions, but they also have got the guys up front with Montez Sweat and Javon Dexter and Grady Jarrett, Austin Booker to really wreak havoc, whether it's in the pass game or the run game. They got good linebackers, got a great secondary. If they were fully healthy, like if they had Kyler Gordon fully healthy, dude, I don't know if there would be a better defense, man. For real. Wouldn't be a legit Chicago Bears video defensively if we didn't bring up Deshaun Wright, man. This dude is special. And if you guys have loved watching this dude play this year, let me know in the comments. Also, most importantly though, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Chicago Bears throughout the entirety of the year. Offense, that video already dropped if you guys want to go watch that one. Defense, individual player breakdowns. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Obviously, we'll break down their next game here this week. But if there's anything else you guys want to see specifically, just let me know. And with that being said, take a look at this play here. So this is down in the red area, right? They're within that 5-yard line. We're going to get 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end here. They're just going to try to power the football through the left side of the offensive line with Josh Jacobs. Ultimately, you're going to see Deshaun Wright make a good decision, right? He reads, reacts, doesn't overcommit too early. You see how he stays patient right here, doesn't attack off the edge. He's waiting for Josh Jacobs to make his decision because he could break this back to the outside. He could break this to the inside. He could break it back this way, right? He could take it anywhere. So instead of over-committing to a certain lane, we wait, and then once he makes the decision, then we get in there, get our hand onto the football, that right hand gets underneath, and then we just rip, boom, and come away with that thing. Great job by Deshaun Wright. I believe Edmonds is able to pick that thing up and get a turnover here. And this was a big turnover in the game, man. This was a big turnover in the game. Obviously, the Packers are trying to extend the lead a little bit, but Deshaun Wright, I will say, saves the game a little bit, man. What a play. And he does this all the time, whether it's a pick or a forced fumble. The dude never stops, man. Week 14 of the NFL season is officially here, and I am super excited because I wanted to share my picks with you for this weekend's slate of games. I've been using the Sleeper app. They are amazing. Their odds are amazing. Everything about them is super amazing. First of all, if you use my code DUBS, you're going to get a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 to use, which is insane. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It's so easy. I would sign up just for that alone, just for the extra play bonuses, right? But this is my pick for this weekend. Okay, Joe Burrow, 1 passing touchdown versus Buffalo. I could see this being a high-scoring game. I like this. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get that. Jamar Chase is coming off a rough week. I think he's going to have a big day, but I only have 50 yards. I feel like that's simple. That could be just 1 catch for a guy like Jamar Chase versus Buffalo. Again, high-scoring game. JSN versus Atlanta. JSN had a terrible week last week. He's going to bounce back. We all know it. Rashee Rice, 50 yards versus Houston. Listen, Kansas City cannot lose this game. If they lose this game, season is over. Season is wraps. Out the window. They need to win this game. Rashee Rice is their best playmaker. He's going to get the ball. Bucky Irving, right? Second game back versus the Saints. I think they could run up the score versus New Orleans, and I think Bucky will score at least 1 touchdown. I have 30 to win 90. I think this is fair. I don't think it's too bad. Let me know what you guys think. And again, use promo code DUBS, right? Use promo code DUBS. You'll get a 100% match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply, and see Sleeper's terms of use for details. It's currently operational in about 25 states, so make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. To this day, I still see teams trying to put a tight end on Montez Sweat, whether it's the run game or the pass game. It's just the stupidest thing you can do because he's going to beat. I mean, we saw what he did earlier to the right tackle, okay? So when you say, okay, he can put the right tackle into the dirt, imagine what he can do to a tight end. And it's very similar, but they're going to, boom, get this guy to the second level, block here with the tight end. 11 personnel is trying to run this football up the BC gap up the right side. And ultimately, what ends up happening is, yeah, exactly what you think. Montez disengages pretty much right away. You're going to see him engage contact. He's going to extend the arms, right? Push this guy back. That way he can steer him, right? If he needs to disengage outside, you disengage outside. If you need to disengage inside, disengage inside. And that's exactly what he does. Rips through the inside. Gets a stop there, as well as Andrew Billings, I believe, gets in there as well. Jaquan Brisker comes in late. They end up picking up a yard or two, but all game long, there was really nothing that this Packers offense could do, at least consistently. Right, another really good player by Montez Sweat. They're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion in this 11 personnel set. They're going to get Savion Williams into the backfield here, and he is just going to get this end around to the backside of Malik Willis. You're going to see Montez Sweat do a good job just trying to contain the best he can to the outside versus this tackle, and ends up making a play. Little pre-snap motion there by a tight end. Just add an extra blocker out here out in space. And right here, honestly, not a bad design. You do get a tackle on Montez. You got a couple of guys out here in space just as extra blockers. And you need to be really good in this situation as a defense because, again, they've got blockers out ahead. Billings does a good job. But ultimately, right here, right, if we freeze it here, it looks like this could be a massive play. Looks like this thing could go for days. days if they block correctly here. Bunch of guys don't block correctly. Montez Sweat specifically just is able to disengage, man. He watches one more time with Montez. So again, extends the arms. Look at the arms. The power, the pure strength of Montez Sweat is so stupid, man. Does not make any sense at all. Keeps those arms extended, maintains leverage the entire time, and ends up making the play. They end up picking up 2 yards on the play. So, listen, the Bears are a lot better than you think. And before I end the video, I do want to show you one thing. Ben Johnson has came in here and completely fixed the offense. They ranked 10th in the NFL right now in points per game, but also top 3 with yards per carry, top 2 in rush yards per game, top 7 in rushing touchdowns per game, top 5 in QB sack percentage, which means they don't allow Caleb Williams to get sacked. They're top 5 best in the league. Number 2 in interception percentage thrown, which means Caleb Williams just isn't throwing a lot of interceptions. Defensively, things are starting to get better. Now, the one area where they've been great all year is forcing turnovers. They rank number 1 in the NFL in interception percentage. They're getting the most interceptions. I mean, take a look at the percentage. They throw interceptions 1.2% of the time. They get interceptions 4.6% of the time. That is a massive difference. Massive difference, right? Now, I will say they are going to need to be more consistent in terms of stopping the run like we saw in this game. They need to be like that more. They need to be like that more. And if they can do that, this defense is going to be really good. The offense is going to be really good. And I think this team can literally win it all. So let me know what you guys think overall about the Chicago Bears. Is this team good enough to win the Super Bowl? Yes or no? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Should be soon. Peace.